Hello, today's video is about career growth and development opportunities. First thing we wanted to talk about is the footprint we currently have in. As you can see here, we're located in 4 different states, primarily located in the West Virginia uh, region, but we do have offices more satellite in the Huntington, uh, Ashland area, in Roanoke, Virginia area, and then Charlotte, North Carolina. And I'm kind of guessing here as I use this pointer, but kind of gives you an idea. And then we're spread throughout the state, West Virginia, primarily in the western half of West Virginia. So the reason that we want to talk to you is we want to make you aware that there are opportunities with our company in various functions, and that this should be something that you're always keeping in mind as you're considering your career development. And are there opportunities right inside the walls of the building you're in or inside one of our partner company buildings? And taking a look and seeing if there's an opportunity, maybe an opportunity there. Perfect example is the um, front office. Uh, we have several roles in front offices, but we also have our administrative offices that are located here in Teays Valley, West Virginia, and also in Charlotte, North Carolina. So there are some various corporate functions and administrative opportunities that could arise, things to keep in mind as you're thinking about your development. And then there's the clinical piece. There's nursing, clinical. So as potentially maybe you work in the front office and you're pursuing an LPN or surgical technologist certificate or degree, or an RN. There could be an opportunity for you at either that office or another office. So this is just really to raise awareness of all these different functions that we have, which you can see are many. So how do I find out about opportunities? Is a good question to ask. So we post all our jobs on Indeed.com. We do post occasionally on the company intranet. Actually, if you go to the intranet, there is a link directly to all open positions on the main page. Additionally, we do recommend that if you are in LinkedIn or considering being a part of LinkedIn, to sign up, and then you can network through the organization by connecting with various team members in the company, myself included. I'm a part of LinkedIn and welcome anyone to add me or anybody else in the company. And finally, Facebook. So we actually do have internal employee Facebook pages or groups, and we do post jobs and network through Facebook. So if you want to actually be part of the group page, just email your request to hr@omfspartners.com. Some tips for development. So these are all good tips to have as you try to grow and seek opportunities. The first one being cross training. The more you know, the better. So the more you know, the more value you add, the more you can grab the attention of others and show also that willingness to learn. So it's a very important component. Contacting HR, communicate that interest in development. There is a form that we do provide that you can get at onboarding or at another time during a training that allows you to express interest formally in a form in which we'll retain that information in our database and keep it in mind as we seek to fill positions and develop our teams. So, that's definitely an important thing to think about and to contact us. And are you willing to relocate? So, as I mentioned, and I showed the footprint of our company, we have a lot of offices through those 4 states, and if you have a willingness to go somewhere else, maybe I want to move down to Charlotte. Well, we've got 4 offices actually in the Charlotte area. So, definitely worth considering options there if that's something you're thinking about doing, or any other state or relocate. And then finally, identifying educational institutions in your area. What degrees and certificates do they offer, and how does it pair with our company? And asking a financial aid rep, obviously, what help can be provided. I know there's been circumstances in the past where I've talked to people and they just weren't aware, um, what kind of financial options they would have, what kind of aid could be provided, due to whatever circumstances they may have. And these financial aid reps are professionals in that and can advise on the best route possible to pursue those degrees. But the last thing I want anybody to think is that they don't have options and that there isn't an opportunity there. So these are things to definitely be doing in your development. Next is always be seeking to continuously improve yourself. This kind of goes back to the cross training that I mentioned earlier. You are your best resource towards success. If you rely on somebody else to do it for you, you're probably going to be in trouble, because ultimately we are responsible for our own success, and we need to, think about it and passively engage or actively engage and try to learn more, to seek more opportunities, and nobody's going to do it for us. There may be folks along the way that may help or may encourage, such as HR or other leaders, but ultimately it's up to you. Working with the passion and professionalism of the positions above you. You always hear they say, work as though you're in the position above you. So that's kind of what this is, showing the ability to be able to jump in that role if needed. Companies often have succession plans, or positions open up, people grow, people move on to other opportunities. So this is just advising that you understand that and you work with that passion and professionalism. Next would be become a salesperson, and this is probably more for well, it's really for more than just one type of instance. This could be specifically to if you're just kind of, I guess, promoting yourself with HR, with your manager, showing you're willing to learn more, effectively communicating those skills and abilities. But then there's the actual interviews and performance reviews and things of that nature. But going through an interview, and the more you can connect your actual skills, abilities, competencies to the job you're applying for, the better. And let's say you're applying for a job with us to be promoted, and you can provide a resume. So one thing I always advise is whenever you capture that resume, to be sure to include results that are clear and measurable, that show some positive results, versus just the day-to-day transactional stuff. So for instance, listing out that you saved the company $10,000 by thinking of this new idea, versus just stating that you file paperwork, make copies, scan, answer phones. While it's okay to capture some of the day-to-day stuff you have to do just to establish that you have that experience, ultimately you also want to show some results, and you can kind of differentiate yourself then, and make it clear that because of what you do, you can have a positive effect on that position. And then the final thing is just never give up. I always tell folks that if you are trying to grow in a position, or grow into another position, that if you don't do anything, where do you end up? You end up pretty much in the same place, right? So inaction or lack of action basically just results in you just kind of being in the same place. But if you just keep pushing and trying and developing and communicating and engaging, you're going to get there. So just stay positive and never give up. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to HR@omfspartners.com or give us a call. Thank you.